Hello, my friends. I would like to welcome you to Studio de Jeffrey, where we are going to talk about why things are okay for the Dallas Cowboys. Kind of. Today is going to be fun with charts. I like visual aids because I'm not real smart. I love charts. Graphs. I like graphs and charts. So welcome to the Data Den, where we're going to talk about a couple of things. One, why it's okay. And the Cowboys are quite good. There's 7 contenders in the NFL in real life right now. 7 total. And I'll show them to you with visual aids. And then we're going to talk about the part about it all that is, one, incredibly impressive by the quarterback of the Cowboys, which I know is going to make a lot of people just hit stop right now. Like, he sucks! And then it's like, oh no, but I can prove to you over and over again that he's really good. And everybody's like, no, but he sucks. And you're like, oh, okay. So, real life contenders in the NFL. There are 7 of them. I am going to give you a chart that I couldn't get the size I wanted, but I got close enough. This is a chart. If you're watching on YouTube, I'll upload this and there'll be people listening with just audio, and so I'll explain the chart. Our chart has a couple of nerd numbers on it. Nerd alert. EPA per play on offense and defense. Expected points added per play. All that means is you run a play, and the better you do, the better your odds of scoring points on a drive. And so it's just simple math. You run all your plays, and it's like, oh, cool. How many expected points added do you have per play? Sweet, right? Don't worry about it too much. Don't get bogged down in the deets. It's a number. So you would like to be to the far right and to the top of the chart, because that would mean that your defense does not allow expected points added, and your offense is scoring all the points added. That's good, because that means you're going to end up with lots of points. The other team's not going to end up with points, and that's good. So you can see who the 7 contenders are. The Ravens, whose defensive EPA per play is number 2 in football, and their offense looks like it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the 7th best offense in football and the 2nd best defense in football, that's a contender. The 49ers, who look like they're 2nd or 3rd offensive EPA per play, and defense, 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm working my way down, 5, 6, 7, probably 9th. So top 2 or 3 offense, top 9 defense, that's a contender. The Dolphins and Bills, offense incredible, defense average, yeah, you count as a contender. Same with the Eagles, whose offense is a little bit behind the Dolphins and Bills, and their defense is very much middle of the pack at best. But it's a really good roster, and we have seen that they keep winning games, and they've proven it over and over again. But also, their spot on here is also very reflective of the Eagles have an 8-1 record, but the idea that they are way better than a lot of these other teams that they're grouped with is mistaken, which matches up very well with if you've watched them all throughout this year. When you're like, you know what? They're sneaking them out. But they ain't playing great football, but they're sneaking them out. And that works because you know what that leads to? Home field advantage and not having to play in the first round of the postseason, and that really helps your chances of winning a Super Bowl. And then you have the Cowboys and Chiefs, who are in about the exact same spot. Who would have thought you would say the Cowboys are the Chiefs, huh? It's not bad company to keep, which means Dolphins, Bills, 49ers, Eagles are the better offenses than you so far this year, which means the Cowboys and Chiefs are about tied for the 5th best offense, and they're about tied for the 1, 2, 3, working our way down, about tied for the 4th best defense. That's contender. So those are your real-life contenders. There's 2 things that I like to use to determine who the contenders are. One of them is charts like that. How good is my offense and how good is my defense? By things that are better measurements than like yards per game. Cowboys are real-life contenders. And that's cool. We like that a lot. We like being contenders. Being a contender is better than not being a contender. Your team's good at football. Now, I want to go on to what could make them even better at this. Chart number 2 for the day, kids. We love charts. I don't know. You might hate charts. I like charts. Here's our next chart coming at you. Dak's been incredible this year. Dak has pulled their ass out of the fire on third down so much this year that I think it's natural to wonder, is that sustainable? You are asking a ton with an okay O-line, reasonable weapons. CeeDee's great. Ferg's becoming a dude. No running game. And you're asking a ton of the quarterback. So here's what I want to show you. Second and long pass rate. When you get to second and long, I have complained about this for so long with the Cowboys, that they'll get to, if they throw an incomplete pass on first down and it's 2nd and 10, boy, the Cowboys love to run the ball and get 2 yards or 3 yards and intentionally get to 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8, drives me bonkers. So the teams on the top, when it's second long, they throw a bunch. The teams on the bottom, when it's second long, they run the most. The Cowboys run the 4th most on second and long. They are putting their quarterback and their offense in 3rd and long on purpose. It's so dumb. It is so dumb. And I hate it so much that I just want to get this chart off the screen. Just know that the Cowboys' offensive plan on second and long hangs out with the Cardinals and the Giants and the Texans, and then C.J. Stroud's been pulling their ass out of the fire too. So knowing that, and you go, okay, so the Cowboys, they are getting, when they get to second and long, they run more than every team but 3 in the NFL. That's how you end up in 3rd and long. And then you get to 3rd and long, and you go, okay, how are we going to get out of this sucker? And here's the answer. Now, I know this isn't true to a lot of people. A lot of people just like to go, no, he suck. But these are facts, and I don't know if that hurts your feelings or what. But Dak on third down this season, his completion percentage, his yards per attempt, his passer rating, he leads the NFL in all of those things. And honestly, 2 of those stats aren't my favorite stats to measure things. Like passer rating, I don't really care. I would rather have QBR. Completion percentage, I don't care if it's not past the sticks. But when it's 10 yards per attempt, that tells you where he's throwing the ball. Dak has been probably the best third down quarterback in the NFL this year. And they're putting your offense in tough spots on third downs. You're intentionally getting to 3rd and long a lot of times with pass protection that features a right tackle who's not back from injury yet. Like Terrence Steele's not back. He's not. And so I would say, and I don't know, because I don't want to be a homer. But I would say to have a top 5 offense and defense, when you consider that especially the first few weeks of the season, boy, they called a conservative offense and did not mind hitting 3rd and long at all. They would do it a lot. And then Mr. Quarterback Man would be like, I got us, don't worry about it. Considering their approach is not the best approach offensively, and you still have a top 5 offense with an O-line that's leaky and that can't run the ball well, I would think that would mean that you're getting pretty good quarterback play, but I just keep getting told that you're not, which is interesting. It's just weird. Do you guys have any theories on why people don't care about, like, facts? Like, what's the theory on why there are so many people who actually cheer for the home team, who are like Cowboy fans, that insist you don't get really good quarterback play? Like, what's the explanation? Would you say, nuh-uh, their offensive line is awesome and they run the ball great and their head coach is a genius and that's why they have a top 5 offense? I don't know. I'm just workshopping, trying to figure it out. Yeah, whatever. So anyway, that is today's lesson using charts. Cowboys, they're a contender. They are going to have a challenge, and that challenge is your odds of winning the NFC East at this point are pretty darn low. Eagles have a tough stretch coming up, but then you have the tough stretch after that. And your odds of winning a Super Bowl or even the NFC, when it's very possible that the road to doing that is going to go through 2 teams that, because the Niners will be a division winner. So yeah, multiple road games, no bye is a hard way to do it. So to give themselves a good chance, they need to go on a heater and win a whole bunch of games and make this interesting and see if you can't catch up and earn those things. But anyway, those are your charts. Cowboys are a contender. Cowboys could be much wiser at giving themselves a better chance on third down. But despite that, the quarterback's been pulling their ass out of the fire at a ridiculous rate on third down, even though he sucks. That's crazy, huh? Anyway, everybody have a great day. A gate day? Have a gate day? Isn't that the way you walk? I walk with a limp because I have a bum knee. Remember, you have no idea what anyone's going through, so be cool to everyone. We love you. Be easy.